Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Elden Ring, where I've made some tiny level grinding with 104. So that's where we are, and I made my the sword which was called the Dismounter, right? It's now a +4. Because I figure that hitting power is something I am sorely in need of. Contraption does not move. I wonder if this is just like a shortcut from later, or well, it probably is, if we're honest. That contraption also does not move. Okay, I'm honestly having some trouble remembering what direction I came in from, but he looks kind of familiar, right? Sure, yeah. Let's go with that. And then there's his friend over there. Cool. I have some bone arrows, you can have those. Bye! Lovely. Alright, so I think I came from here, then. I probably should just go back and look at the YouTube video, though, because all of this looks a little unfamiliar, if I'm honest. I've been level grinding too much, and I kind of lost my place here, but it'll come back to me, I'm sure. Let's check the items in the area before I move into any rooms, and we'll just worry it from there. I guess I need to go upstairs. That's the big idea, surely. And it would be good if I can reach whatever that is. Can I jump up from here to these platforms? Not quite. And there's no extra steps anywhere, yes? Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Oh, and I changed some of my armor set. My armor set, apart from the gloves, is the Clean Wrought Knight set, I think is what it's called. Managed to down a few of those in the swamps. Maybe I can just... Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I came from down there, I think. That boy looks very, very familiar, yeah. Can I walk that? I don't know. That... I mean, it does look more likely than jumping whatever this is, yeah? Well, as I say that. Alright. Fair. Cool. I'll take it. Good. Please be something good. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe vaguely useful. Possibly. Okay. And then there was the other item over there. Should I just, like, try to drop there? Yeah, maybe, but not from here, I think. Okay, There we are. I think this is better platformed right through here. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Just... There you go. Man, I hope this is something nice. And no one's gonna jump at me from the shadows. Drawstring fire grease. Nah. I haven't used any of the fire greases as of yet, but I maybe one day should. I almost used them. Oh, I have the gold scarab now, which I kind of ranted about, and I mean, to be fair, I'm level 104. I killed the Clean Wrought Knight boss duo that guards that at like level, I don't even know, 92 maybe. Like, it is crazy, crazy difficult. Like, oh boy, it's hard. It still bums me out that the soul grinding item is guarded by a boss, which is just humongously difficult, and you basically need to be of a high level or have extremely good equipment or spells or whatever to deal with that problem. So I don't really... Yeah, that's where I came from. Yeah, that's cool. So I have two directions. Up there, or through this room and go here. I am deeply unsure which one is more fruitful, and if one of them is just optional. I'm kind of into the killing of these birds, though. Hello. That seems unhealthy. Hi. Because if they drop flight pinions, I'm into those, because now I can make fletched bone arrows, and that takes the feathers, so... Yeah, that seems very flammable, so... As I said. Oh, well, that... Yeah, well, they learned it the hard way. There we are. Yeah, flight pinion, that's what I'm looking for. Good. That'll be helpful, I feel. I don't know if breaking these does any good, but I don't like having a lot of explosives around me when I'm going around. It just doesn't feel safe. Like, one grenade thrown in here is gonna end my day, so... Usually Dark Souls games aren't very big on having these sort of, dead-end bits of land. Like, I guess there's a decent... Well, there would be a decent view if I could see anything. Because there's a... Well, I can see the statue and a house or manor in there. That's something. A lot of clouds is still, obscuring the view, so... Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's something. Gold. Screw you. There you are. Oh, okay, that's a good find though. Smithing Stone 2 is exactly what I'm looking for. Also, that is a ragdoll if I've ever seen one. That looks very dignified. Yes. All right. Okay. But yeah, during my level grinding, as far as I understand, I've only killed some optional bosses, and mostly just a lot of level grinding in place. And I found very, very specific, some, like, equipment, most of which I'm not using, except for, indeed, the Clean Rot Knight set, so... Golden Rune 2. I'm always worried when I hear like a clump, and I'm wondering if it's my physics doing a thing, or did something happen that I should worry about. Is there something there? There is! Huh. I can maybe get back inside the window if I manage to get down there. Maybe. Okay, let's give it a good college try. Oh boy. Oh. I mean, yeah, they do inflict blood loss. That's true, but still, kinda, I was hoping for, I don't know, something more. Alright, what's here? That sounds like a heavy-ish armor boy. I don't like him. If I can avoid aggroing everyone, I will. Oh, hello. It's a guy.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Hmm?
The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed.
I would have guessed
I'm looking
Jester,
for a little
but
something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle? This
Good
place
question.
is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting.
I do
Not
for
exactly a
crafting.
place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
Funny story. Am I here to defeat Godric? I don't remember. Let's say yes.
I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
I mean, yeah, I can look at him. I know one sorcery, which is, well, I mean, I know the basic, like, the equivalent probably of Soul Spear. I forget the name. I feel it's kind of dumb that the basically exact Dark Souls concepts are just renamed, and it's kind of hard to learn them, like Grace and Smithing Stone 2 and 3 instead of just like shards and slabs and whatever. But yeah. I have the, Glintstone Pebble, I think I have, yeah. Beyond that, I don't have the other ones. I guess I could buy something. I mean, I don't know how difficult it is to get all the sorceries, but I might as well buy the stuff I don't have, especially at this point, when I'm not really trying to save up for souls in this specific scenario. More like I'm trying to use them up before I lose them again. Sure. Carrigan Greatsword. Give it to me. Thanks. I guess I could use a simple thing and get the Ash of War spinning weapon. Why not?
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? That the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever.
If you say so. Give us a minute. One of these. There. I think I don't have the other one, right? Like I have militiaman. Yeah, Glintstone Pebble, Night Comet, Eternal Darkness, Rock Sling, and then there is Guardian Greatsword, and then I should put yeah, because I'm still kind of trying to understand the exact ins and outs of the requirements of everything. So that's that. And I took a glance at the achievements, so it's probably not a legendary spell, this one, but at least I would have one. Also, I'm kind of confused by the notion that, like, the game at least doesn't seem to be telling me if I have the... Like, now I know I have the Carrion Greatsword, and I know I have the Glintstone Pebble. But the game isn't telling me that I have them, which I'm kind of finding interesting, but... Oh well. Okay, that's an interesting find. I just need to find more smithing stone this and that. Also, apparently, I can't attack in here. That's interesting. It's like a sanctuary room or whatever, and here I can. Okay. So he's basically a guy who can't be killed. Or I wonder if I could try and range attack him from here if I really wanted to, but there's no real reason. I usually don't kill NPCs unless they attack me, with the possible exception of Patches, because genuinely screw that guy. I wasn't intending to break the candelabra, sorry. Well, the candle... well, the light, yes. Oh, yeah, those are... Okay, cool. Lovely, thanks. So there's an empty courtyard, okay, cool. Ah. There's that. I should probably try to backstab and get rid of the long torch guy and then focus for a long stint on the knight. No idea if how far they... Okay. Okay, does the torch guy stay behind him still? Yes. Okay, let's try. What else are we gonna do? Alright. Are you one of the cyclone people is my next question. Yes. Alright. Let's just aggro your stuff, nice and easy. Come on. Man, that's moveset really goes places, huh? Okay, thanks for the corner, ganking. That's nice of you. I can't move. The game has no flaws, though. That's really important to remember. Yeah, fuck you. Alright, but remember, it's a FromSoft game, therefore there are no flaws and everything's perfect. 97 out of 100, yes. Uh-huh. Well, didn't have much souls to lose, of course, but yeah, that is unfortunate game level design and game design, because I mean I've before I have spoken before in previous Dark Souls games about the fact that you need to have the ability to push your enemies when you dodge roll, because if you can't, then that happens, and it's just... That is not the fault of the player. That's because the level design and the camera, at points, sucks. Plain and simple. Could you come down from there, my guy? Oh. Feel like coming? Cool. And you. That's actually a helpful way to get rid of them. Alright. I mean, yeah, it does kind of show that Elden Ring does suffer from the fact that it's basically in enemy design, it's trying to be Dark Souls 4 in the sense, well, Dark Souls 5 if you count Bloodborne, in the sense that the enemies are trying to always just outdo oneself in subsequent games in basically unfair fuckery. So you can't just use tried and true tactics, and also they try to invent new ways to make it even more unfair towards the player. And that's basically a good let's say an example of that. And it sucks really badly. Come on. Alright. Here we are. I probably won't be going down the exact same way, because why bother? It's just a garbage mob waiting for me there. I might as well go and find a different garbage mob. Alright. This probably just leads me to the same garbage mob in a different direction, though. Yeah. That sucks. Oh well. Yeah, so basically this corner is horrible game design. But it's not really about the corner itself. Testing every corner for the scenario of getting stuck in a garbage fight is probably not super, it's like, in a Souls game, you're gonna get screwed over by the level design. That's just how it goes. Just by the means of the enemies are designed to screw you over. And that's what I'm trying to say, that level design is not truly the problem. Yeah, I kind of hate that too in that specific scenario, but the problem is the enemy and their physics. You need to be able to push the enemy slightly with a dodge roll. That's literally just to make the combat better. This way, it's simply unreasonable. It's difficult for the wrong reasons. There's no good difficulty design in the notion that you literally get stuck in between the enemy and the level design, so you can't move a single inch. And because the camera always sucks, the game doesn't inform you of this happening before it's too late. So there's nothing good there. There's nothing deliberately or interestingly difficult there. It's simply just garbage design. You know, 97 out of 100, so apparently that garbage is within those, you know, 1 out of 100 like beyond perfect game, so yeah. Oh boy. Good reflections on the puddle, I suppose. Come on. I'm kind of blocking it, sure, but, you know, still. I swear they were there. Alright. Alright, do your garbage. God, these boys suck so bad. You can't be close and you can't be far because it just sucks. Blah. They just drain your health for no good reason, because there's no way to deal with them. They break your guard and you can't really deal with their attack patterns by dodging or blocking, because they have a longer pattern of attack than anyone has a stamina bar for either of the options to deal with it. It's so bullshit. Goodbye. And that's apparently good difficulty design by means of them having magical stamina bars that just go beyond anything the player can have. You can't dodge roll enough to deal with all of them. You can't block, obviously, enough to deal with all of them. the end. So you just, like, damage tank your head through them, and you lose X amount of Estus. God, that sucks. I remember the moment that I realized that the enemies, like the knight-like enemies, are just trying to outdo each other in screwing the player over. When in Dark Souls 3, the knight enemy like learns the move of basically backhand slashing you with its shield when you're going around it. So they're designing against the tactics the players are trying to use. So they always just, instead of them organically being knights in this world with, you know, the movesets that they would learn, they instead are the Dark Souls 4 enemy that have been through 4 or 5 games just like closing up the tiny gaps the players have been trying to use into eventually creating the gapless knight, which then just drains, you know, one half of a fully grown life bar, and you can't really do anything about it. Good difficulty design, thanks. Man, I'm not sure why I'm playing this. I really don't like this game in the end. It's stressful and annoying. But I guess I gotta. For some sake of loyalty to my own... Hello. To my own status as a Souls player, so I can say to the people who claim this game is perfect, just as Dark Souls 1 and 3 and so on also were perfect with no flaws, none. And then at least they can't say that, well, you haven't finished the game, so you don't know anything. And I'm like, no, I've done them all, sorry. 100%ed most of them. 1, 2, and 3. Oh god, another one. I hate those so bad. Why do you exist? I just want to play the game. Go away. Well, they can't even be snuck up on, of course. Like, that whirlwind is too much. Also, I blocked that, but the game doesn't care. And the backstab does nothing anymore. The backstab does the exact same as a fucking hard strike. That is garbage bad. What are you doing, game? And you know, because staggering is no longer a thing, so you can't do that either, so that's fun. Ugh, that sucks. I hate those. It's just impossibly difficult nights for the sake of being that, like, ugh. You know, like, the knights in Dark Souls 1 were interesting. These are just like, hey, we use cheat codes. Okay, cool. Whatever that is. Okay, makes no sense, but cool. Okay, so what is that? Veil of Doobly-Doo. I'd love if the game just told, like, what uses FP to mimic nearby objects. Yeah, okay. Like, the game could just, like, tell me, like, what category of item is it, you know? Meh. Alright, okay, cool. We have another one. Lovely. Oh, but they come in groups now, so I gotta just... Go away. Well, I'll check that door later. I need to take care of some garbage. Just go away, please. I might need to grind up my character to like a 50 strength, 50 dexterity as well, because even leveled up this much, this feels underpowered, so... You know, because we're trying to reach the first major boss and still at level 104, we're underpowered. That's nice. I know I've done mostly health, but it's like still, come on. I have the heaviest sword available at this point in the game and it does nothing to these knights. Like, okay. Alright, so what? You eat people? Or eat tarnished? That's fun. Exalted flesh. Cool. Oh, right, there's that boy. Should I do some... Oh, and this I have a pet peeve as well. How come you can't just summon the wolves you have? Like, why does the game arbitrarily just make X areas okay to summon the wolves, but Y areas are not, because of no reason? Also, hi, Iron Imp, I have gripes with the game. But I hope you've been doing good. Honestly, when I'm playing this game alone, I have decent success. Whenever I'm streaming it, I hate every second of this piece of garbage. Like, it's miserable to play this one. Oh boy. And I still hate the fact that there's no homeward bone. That's a BS just choice to do. And the choice of no pause button is equally BS. Like, this game is... Like, it's a combination of all the worst instincts of FromSoft games. Like, ugh, I hate this so much. But also, I hope you're doing excellent. So I cannot just spawn my wolves? No? Why? Why can't I use the fucking spells that I spent money to get? Like, what's your problem? Go away. Go away, you. There, bye. Anyway. Like, I have so much grievous issues with the design choices this game does. Like, I don't understand what people see in this one. Like, I stubbornly level up like a maniac to have even the smallest, like, inkling of fun, and it's just not coming along. Cool. Like, I hate the fact that... Like, I like the crafting system as a notion. The crafting system gives you freedom to do some stuff that's fine. But it also makes the problematic change that now the loot you find in after difficult fights can be some really so-and-so crafting items instead of something actually meaningful. That's really annoying. I feel like the rune items, the souls items you find are underpowered. They don't feel meaningful. And I've finally learned to use a spell, the Lone Wolf Ashes at the bottom. It spawns 3 wolves at my side. I like the spell, that's fine. But arbitrarily, for no reason, the game just pulls this rule out of its ass that says you can only spawn the wolves when we say so, and there's no logic to this. Sometimes outside, sometimes inside, sometimes in fights, sometimes not in fights. Like, why? But, like, it's so fucking stupid. And I just hate a lot of the enemy designs. Like, it just comes across as them trying to outdo the previous, like, screwy enemy designs by adding more bullshit to their repertoire instead of being just interesting. Like, hey, now we have night, that's even more bullshit. Like, oh, cool. Ugh. Like, they and their goddamn endless stamina bars of garbage 10-hit sequences and just whirlwinds, because that's apparently, like, cheat code guards are now, that's interesting difficulty design. I mean, I'm sure it does. Like, I did some optional bosses on my own around the place. Like, I killed, like, a worm, WIRM, in the, in, like, here, Gale Tunnel. And I killed dragon in one of the lakes, and I killed the dragon in Farum Great Bridge. And some other stuff. Like, they have their moments, but the dragon glitched out for me. It genuinely, like, after a 25-minute grueling fight of me weathering and dodging all of its garbage attacks, I was really earning my win. And then the dragon glitches out on, like, and just goes to hang out in some random-ass cliff. Stays there, I can't get it to move or reset. And when I finally get it to move, it, like, goes into this glitched-out falling state next to the bridge on this tiny bit of land. And the last, like, tiny bit of health goes away when it, like, just has this, like, falling animation and in place, and then it hits the ground, apparently with the falling damage of having fallen for the past minute, takes like 90,000 damage, and dies, and I'm like, I feel like I earned that final hit, game, but you wouldn't give it to me, so, I just, even the good parts, the game just steals from me because it doesn't feel like being a good game. Like, just, Alrighty. Cool. So what's here? Oh, goody. Bye. The double jump can actually doom you. I'm sure. Do hope it unfurls, but like the introspective is not your jam. Yeah, I mean, that's... I probably will finish it, because I feel like I for some weird reason, I feel like I need to finish this at least. If I truly hate it, even then, I might not do all the achievements or something, but... I feel like I need to, because I'm gonna do some opinion pieces on this, and you know it's gonna be filled with the comments from the people who just... willfully misunderstand what I say and don't respect opinions like you do. Because Souls FromSoft games have a lot of that crowd, even in the sensible people segments of the world. FromSoft games have a crowd of people that are, like, deliberately unreasonable and will accept no faults, like, from anyone to their precious pearl of an art piece. So, cool. Which I find really frustrating, because when I criticize these games, I say it because I want them to be better. Because I like the core gameplay of doing this. That's good. and I've 100%ed 1, 2, and 3, so I obviously like something about the core gameplay, for sure. But especially this one really grinds my gears. It's... Like, the Dark Souls 2 is my favorite. I'm that guy. Then 1, then 3. And... And so far, this has shown all of the worst bits of Dark Souls that I haven't liked. It's had, like, you know, the starting gimmick, you must lose boss fights, and then all of these maximum screw-over enemy designs here and there, which I don't appreciate, and... Hi. And the fact that nothing gives runes, which... Wait. Okay, I did take that already. Wait, so is this just a place with one smithing stone and that's it? Why? Why is there nothing here? I mean, yeah, I got like an item of something, but again, I have no idea what it was, so who... Yeah, I mean, I really don't feel like going back to the review score bit. I mean, I made that point last time. I feel like that point has been put to rest. We can leave like that discussion. Now, like, this point, I'm more about saying that there's, like, FromSoft games, especially, like, when Dark Souls 1 was fairly new, FromSoft games had a massive percentage of fans who were just obnoxious to no end as just people who talk to you about the game. With every game, that percentage has gotten a little smaller, but that's, like, section of the fans is still pretty, significant. I was thinking on it, I just say, I like how Valve does it with thumbs up or down or abstain, and then track that over time as far as aggregate reception. That's not a terrible, score. It's not without issues, but no score system is without issues, that's for sure. Like, I sometimes, it does run the risk of a basically good game that everyone agrees is basically good can be 100% thumbs up, which may give the wrong idea. But it's still not a terrible notion at all, though. I can agree with the premise of, like, maybe going for that. Because Steam, I gotta admit, Steam has served me pretty well with that system, though. So that there's a point in there, for sure. Netflix and Rotten Tomatoes sometimes hasn't. Rotten Tomatoes has a couple of times kind of screwed me, well, given me the wrong idea when a movie or a TV series has like a thumbs up, thumbs down system with Rotten Tomatoes. Basically, I think everything above 60 is like thumbs up or fresh, and everything below that is rotten, right? I think it was, I watched Hellbound recently, which I think is like 92 thumbs up percent or something. And that, I really didn't like that game, that TV series. But, I mean, maybe I'm just in the minority in the notion to get all together, so who knows. Alright, is this another, tragedy waiting to happen, or... Yeah, last time round. Yeah, that's... But yeah. I'm just more about... I feel like these games will not improve as long as it has... As long as it gets this revered position in the gaming media. Not even in review scores, but just like in the like when it has even the community, it is like nothing needs to be changed, it's perfect. And I'm like, no, it can really be improved. And then when that doesn't come through, then it never gets improved, and then that stagnates into whatever a lot of this feels like to me. Like, if we stop hoping for better games, what are we doing, you know? Okay, this looks really unhealthy. And again, why can't I summon my wolves? I have the wolf spell. Why can't I summon my wolves? Because the game demands that I don't do that. Except in areas where the game allows me to do that. Like, I hate this so bad. Like, what is artificial BS difficulty? Like, just artificial, hey, let's remove skills from the player. Like, in a really dumb and lazy way than this. Like, you give us the spells to conjure up basically allies to, like in any summoning spell thing, you know. And then this just takes it away for most of the game. Like, okay, cool, thanks. Fuck off. Alright, let's do this, you fuckers. Come on. Hello. Come on. Cool. I feel like they should maybe recoil if I block their hit a little bit, because I know I do. You know, just for the sake of fairness. Remember how in Dark Souls 2, everyone was complaining, like, you know, the Souls hardcores were complaining that it's not a real Dark Souls game because there were so many enemies that just ganged up on you. Remember that? Where are these people these days? Can you, like, just call them up that they're still alive? That they are not, like, you know, gone with Corona or something? Because what the fuck? Like, how come those people are not complaining twice as loud about that here? Because the ganging up that this game does is hot garbage. Like, Dark Souls 2 did, like, enemy groups of, like, maybe 5 in a really bad bind. This one has like 10, 15 in multiple areas, and no one complains because this is perfect. This has no faults. Come on. And again, you know, the inventive difficulty design of just adding 15 enemies because, sure. Yes. The perfect innovation of game difficulty. Cool. Hello. Just sneak for fuck. Uh-huh. How come it's all kukri knives? That's pretty, like... I have one Estus. I really don't feel like I have the resources to just go there. I wonder why you can't sneak and block at the same time. That's a little odd. Like, you know, to keep yourself safe for, like, arrows that are suddenly flying. But yeah, have a good AFK. I hope it all goes good in the washroom. Okay, so I probably went through... I'm just wondering, like, no gray spots? Because that looks like a bad boy to try and fight. And is that like a multi-level... like, is he holding something really nasty that he's gonna kill me with, or what? Again, the enemy held a smoldering butterfly. I'm not saying it's a useless crafting item, but it's... I feel like it was more meaningful when I found more like equipment on them. Okay, now I can spawn the wolves when I'll need to move the thing so you can see. So that little gate-like icon, that's kind of like a grayish, bluish thing, right? When that icon appears, then I can spawn my wolves. And it usually doesn't appear because the game feels like it needs to not let the player use his or her or their skills. The devs introduce an ability that's vaguely interesting that does very little. It does a very small help to the player. It uses like all of my FP to use that thing. And it's a tiny, tiny help in some boss fights to like basically get their attention somewhere else for the first, I don't know, 10 seconds before they just slash them to smithereens. They help a little bit. And the game doesn't give me even that. Almost ever. Because it needs to be artificially bad. Ugh. Hello. Bye. Yeah, sure, I'll take fire arrows, why not? Crescent Moon Axe. Out of curiosity, what does that need? It's 25 standard, 146 is That's not horrible. It has a decent base damage. If I upgrade that, it could go somewhere. It doesn't look super good against crowds, though. That's the problem. Maybe the strong attack will, but it's probably really slow. Yeah. I don't know. It might be a good boss weapon, though. Yeah, maybe. Against singular bosses, this could be an improvement. So, to be fair, this was a meaningful drop. There we go. I got an equipment. That is a good thing. Don't drop random butterflies at me, please. I can find them anywhere, like, in the world. Don't... Okay, and since there's the big bat over there, I feel like I should probably spawn my wolves now. Wait, what is... Oh, there's more than one big bat, even better. Is there... There is stairs. Cool. There's probably a sleeping boy in here as well, so let's try to be on our guard. Apparently no. Yeah. Wooden great shield. Maybe I won't use that, but finding stuff like that is interesting. At least you can check against the new shield what's up. Better lightning defense. it could be useful if we get another, like, one of those. In 3, there was that that God of War guy. I forget the name. Lightning was his thing. Okay, I'm not sure if the other guy in the courtyard on the left of that one is also a big bad, but yeah, I'm gonna take these. Hello. Let's go, boys. Thanks. Alright. Oh, it's a doggo. Okay, cool. Oh, it hit. Okay. Whoa. How dare you? Come on. There. Doggo's good. Well, I mean, they're wolves, but, you know, still. Interestingly, lone wolves is the name of the spell, even though there's 3, so by definition they're not lone. Need to begin. I'm always in the way of something. Maybe that'll be the better one. This game is busy with the UI. Yeah, that is funny. Like, I mean, but fair it's fair. This addition to the game I do like. Having the ability to summon up animals like a druid in D&D, and it doesn't require like 50 intelligence or whatever to do. I like it. It's fun. It's an interesting addition. You no longer need to be an 75 intelligence and 99 faith to do like something interesting magically. So that's fun. And then 90% of the game they don't allow me to do this because they just remove the ability for no reason. Like, why? What the hell? Yeah, I like it where it is. Yeah, I'm like, me too. It's just super stupid that you can't do it in almost any scenario. It's so weird. Hello. Do you know what these are? Because I've seen one of these before and I don't, like... Any thoughts? Because the glowing statues are bothering me. Like, surely there's a point to them, but I have no idea what they are. You need monster attacks that whiff to break. Upgrade. So a monster needs to accidentally hit them, is what you're saying. I don't think that's a fun addition at all. Ugh, man. I don't like it. That's a really random-ass thing that you have to Google to know. And once you find out, it's already too late. That's pretty dumb. Meh. See, the moment I talk about something good, the game swings back at me with something bad. Like, okay. I think that's the second one I've seen, at least. That's dumb. I hate it. Why on earth a monster attack? And how would anyone, like, know that? Because, like, the arc of this is... The player goes in, the player kills the enemies, he notices this statue, then Googles the statue because he can't figure what to do with it, and then the answer is, it's opened by the thing you already killed, so go screw yourself in the face. Like, ugh. That is such obnoxious game design. Like, come the F on, seriously. Oh. Right. Hello, painting. Hi. Thanks. Not sure what I will do with those, but I found it. I spent all of my mana on my wolves, and they despawned because this one corner of this room doesn't allow them in. I'm so glad this game is flawless. Like, there's no flaws in this at all. I'm so happy about that one. Like, oy. I mean, sure, there's a gray spot there, fine. Didn't know that a second ago, and I was about to break something. Hello. I'll check the corner before I do, just because I don't want to aggro any enemies here. Like, is that a complete way forward or what? Hi. What? Oh, I see. I gotta say, I feel like there's something good in the idea somewhere in the flying monsters and such. Like, you know, it's a different dimension, they tried to do something new, like, there's something good there, but the notion that the ranged weapons in this game are actually really bad. Even lock-on archery misses most of the time. Like, remember when you're shooting mosquitoes in Dark Souls 1 in Blighttown, right? Like, that's the only way to deal with one of the more annoying enemies, really, in Blighttown. Just shoot them with a lock-on archery, right? That wouldn't work here. I've tried that with the dragonflies that swarm you, and the arrow just doesn't hit, even when they're stationary. So, they nerfed the bow for no reason. They wanted to make the game worse. And the lock-on system and all of that just doesn't work with this sort of a fast-moving, overflying, airborne enemy. Which makes this an enemy that basically tries to thrive on circumventing your mechanic of playing the game. That the combat mechanic you use doesn't have an answer to an airborne enemy. So essentially you're wrestling against a flawed combat mechanic, and that's where the enemy operates. And that's bad. That is genuinely just a completely wrong kind of an enemy design. Like, whenever something goes wrong with this boy, it goes wrong because your combat mechanics are not designed well enough to actually meaningfully tackle with them. It's the same thing, essentially, even if you would have, like, a DC's Flash kind of a quick enemy that the lock-on system would simply be unable to follow, and then it would attack with that. Then it would just circumvent your game mechanic, and you would be wrestling against a poorly designed combat system, and that's what happens here. Whenever these do something to you, it's because the combat mechanics don't, like, keep up with them, and that's not okay. Bring up an interesting point with how would you know that. I was meditating on the question earlier in regards to plot elements. I was kind of rolling in my mind what's in the spirit of cryptic storytelling in an internet age versus what's poor design for single-player or offline gaming. Since frankly, those FromSoft games are almost presented like ARGs, but within a fictional universe. Yeah, like, I've always maintained that one of the biggest flaws of the FromSoft games is that they require Googling. And this is a really... Elden Ring tries to circumvent some of this by... where were they again? They have like a big chunk of tutorials somewhere. Here. Yeah. Like, they have these tutorial screens that pop up about a lot of these things. But their cryptic design of the game's details and even central mechanics still remain so cryptic that they are either missing from here or are simply explained too vaguely to still even take on. So these game-pausing tutorial screens become almost pointless, because you still have to Google half of these, and there's a lot of stuff still here that are absolutely central to playing the game that you still have to Google. So it's a really weird hybrid where it tries to be playable, but it still isn't without Googling. So, okay. And I mean, like, there's way too much you still would just be at a disadvantage not knowing, and there's no way to know them if you don't Google. Hello. Cool. Having to use a wiki calculator for upgrade materials isn't great forecasting. I mean, yeah. It's always just bad. It's always been that way, and it continues to just not be great. Alright, I think I gotta just respawn my stuff anyway, so let's go. Or replenish, rather. I appreciate that in this game, regular weapons use smithing stones, the special and magic ones use somber smithing stones. That's true, but a similar mechanic was in previous games, I believe. It was just, basically it was Titanite and Titanite chunks and slabs and large shards and so on was regular stuff, and special and such was the twinkling Titanite or whatever. And then the dragon items were dragon stuff. So it's the same mechanic as in Dark Souls games previous, just with under a different name. Scaling can be tweaked based off Ash of Wars and Whetstone knives. Yeah, I'm still trying to understand what that fully means, but it seems like it's something to work with, yes. However, I don't appreciate... What I don't appreciate is that, I feel like the Ashes of War and the Ashes of spawning these helpful NPCs are a confusing bunch, because I feel like only one of these should be called Ashes. either use Ashes of War as the ashes, or use the Conjure friend monsters as ashes. If the Conjuring Help is ashes, and doing Ashes of War for the weapons is also ashes, and maybe even something else is ashes, it just gets confusing for no reason. It doesn't, like, the naming convention is unhelpful. I feel like it isn't super good. Like how before it was that sorceries, hexes, miracles, like they were clearly separated. Now they're not anymore, and I don't feel like it's sensible. You like, yeah, I haven't tried the militia yet. I probably will at some point, though. I really grew into the wolves. I feel like they're friendly. I don't know what to tell you. They resurrect. Yeah, unless they're killed by sustained or AoE once they're dead. Yeah, they do that thing. That's fair. That's probably a good idea to try. I might as well one of these days. Does the Catacomb Skelly reassembly thing but on your side? Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Gotcha. But like, yeah. So I don't appreciate that. Like, it took me longer than I feel like was sensible. That I fully understood that there's a difference between Ash of War items and the Conjure monsters Ash. I feel like it should have been something different. They should have called them something other than Ash. One or the other. Calling both of them Ash something is not good naming convention. It's basically the same thing as calling a console Nintendo Wii and calling a different console Nintendo Wii U. Like, ugh. For a non-veteran, that is confusing. Not for me, but basically that's my approach for not feeling that the Ashes and Ashes is a good naming convention. Okay, is this something I've been to, or is this not something I've been to? I don't think I've been up there, so... Alright. I hear a suspicious ting. I don't like it. Sounds suspicious. This doesn't seem good. Are they aggressive? Yes. Alright. Hello. Okay. Do you come here is the question. Hi. Right. So, when you get an opening to screw the game a little bit over, you grab that moment, because the game can go die in a fire. Cool. Right, hello. go. Wolves are way better DPS than Stagger, though. Yeah, I found the Stagger thing slightly helpful when, and they also just like like they were helpful when I did some of the hello, when I was doing the Clean Rot Knight boss fight in the abandoned cave. That boss fight is BS. It's terrible. But I got it done, and that wolf set did a lot to get me on my way in the first bit. Interesting that it happened, but okay. Right. I also still haven't quite googled, like, what items do I need for the cracked pot and what I don't, and what does the... Ugh. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, what's with the... Oh, hello. I'm not sure I can get down there when I go do that, but... Well, what else am I gonna do? Maybe grab that before I go. What's with the kukri knives? Like, I mean, they're probably not that good, right? Surely. Oh, come on. Cool. Always feel bad killing the little pod people, but they attack me so self. Yep, I mean, I gave them the chance to be non-hostile, so that's on them. Oh, a second one of these. And who's gonna attack me from a blind corner? Oh! Hello. Have I missed something important between here and the... Oh, boy. Okay, question. How many smithing stone 2s did I now have? 2. Did I need 2 or 4 on the next bit of the... I should probably check that. Give me a minute. Let's go see. I might have needed 4, though. Keep doing the helicopter swings, isn't someone within? Well, there's the hawks attacked you earlier as the other approach around towards the front of this giant. Yeah, okay. I'm wondering if in that approach there's smithing stone number 2s. Okay, this is a nitpick, but I deeply don't like the fact that the naming of the upgrade materials is just numbers. I don't. I think that's a bad idea. It's just it's both uninspired and it starts off confusing. NPC you can talk to. I mean, it might be of importance, I don't know. Because I don't know what NPCs are or are not important. But yeah, I really dislike the smithing stone naming. 1, 2, 3, 4, like, why? Soul of a Great Hero sounded a lot better than Rune Item 6. Like, why? Like, man, that's lazy and bad.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arm.
Yeah, I need 4. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's try the approach with the giant, just so if I can find any stuff in there. It could be fun. Could be important. Alright. I'd love it if those would, like, recoil when they hit a shield. Like, I feel like I've done that a few times, you know? Like, I feel like that's how it's supposed to go, that they don't just get to endlessly do their stuff. Hello to you too. I did block that, but who cares? Right. Remember when we could just summon animals to help us, but the game just decided to be bad instead? I feel like there was an opportunity there to not be bad, but so it goes. So it goes. See, the devs realized that they could make that they could make bad design choices by design, and they would not ever get called out on it because they have a fawning community that'll never ever accept something as a flaw. It's great.
Be proud. You were a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the winds lift you to a higher place.
I vote we burn him. As a sign of respect, we burn him really, really hard. Maybe hack him to pieces first. I need to alleviate some aggression. Smithing Stone 1, how dare you? Hi.
Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is.
Sorry,
this
I don't...
grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds.
Sorry, I don't trust people with a silent X in their name. I call it science because... Wouldn't you? Sure. Apparently these are stone digger trolls. I feel like I killed a boss by that name. I don't... Oh, right, yeah. He just had like a different kind of... a set of skin and had a different moveset, though, I think. A little bit. Beastly chunky lad in the courtyard face, not an ogre or a troll, rather an omen. Omen, Oni, demon. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight.
And father is...
Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance. Down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord. Apologies.
Cool, bye.
But I've idled.
And I think that's basically how far I saw, yeah. Because that's just the... Yeah, nothing interesting here. Cool. Alright, bye. There's others that aren't bosses, thick demons. Yeah. The big omen you've fought already is Margit the Fell. Oh, right, that one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and here's this one. All right. I tend to summon only my my own monsters, so that I feel like that's still doing it solo. I can, yeah, but I don't. I tend to not summon NPCs like this. I've never done it in Dark Souls games, and I'm not gonna start now, I feel. Multiplayer, you can't do your NPC Ash summons. Well, I mean, name me a moment I can do my NPC Ash summons, though, you know, so. Boss fights I usually can, but who the hell knows these days. I could probably drop the steed. Although I'm not gonna be here too long, but maybe I can find something that's interesting. Blood loss. How did I make the poisoned, hold on. These things. Yeah, it's probably fine. I can only hold 40 anyway, so sure. Alright. Notta morjes.
Mighty dragon, thou the true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights.
Have you shown that extra finger to a doctor? Just, you know.
Well. Lowly tarnished. Plain as a lord. I command thee, kneel!
Sorry, my name is Creostix, not Neil.
Of all that is golden.
Well, I have a lot of golden poo in my inventory, so. Alright. Let's go. Let's dance, my dude. Oh, screw you and your hurricanes. And I'm just letting him do this. I don't hit him because that would be unsportsmanlike.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
witness me! Mad Max! Yes! Okka bokka, let's go. Screw you. And the dragon head you rode, oh come on, fuck you with your grab attacks. Fun fact, grab attacks are now, I guess they were unblockable before, they're just more common now, because, see, FromSoft realized that grab attacks are the bullshit. And they were like, okay, cool, let's do more of that then, because our games need to be BS, plain and simple. Cool. Right. That's so stupid. Also, area of effect flame attacks are also BS, just so we're all clear on this point. I mean, I can appreciate, like, a damaged tank boss. I guess they all have to be, because they always need to create difficulty by means of adding HP, because that's the inspired difficulty design. Grab attacks and AoE fire is the most garbage you could ever do. Yeah, I think we're done here. Okay, what else could we do? But, like, basically what I need to do here is circumvent the bullshit by grinding my strength and dexterity into 50. That's gonna take, I don't know. I'd need to calculate it out, but with the grind spot, I think you mentioned, I learned to do that. Oh boy. If I do that in like 10-hour shifts, I can play this game again in 2 weeks, maybe? So, sure. Like, it's just stupid. I so bad hate this game. Like, let's make it hard by adding AoE bullshit, grab attacks, limiting what the player can get in terms of runes, and strictly limiting whatever, like, they can get in terms of weapons and upgrades. Like, there are no good weapons to deal with this garbage here. Like, I have the best possible one as far as I can anywhere find. And no one and nothing drops smithing stone 2s. I find 4s everywhere. 2s? No. Great. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's go find something else then. I mean, I guess I just gotta play this solo and essentially level up my character for the better part of the next 4 weeks. And do nothing else, because that's how you play these games. God, it sucks. So bad. Hi, do you wanna play? Come on. Nice and easy. Man, that hurts. Come on now. Nice and slow. Meh. Nice and easy. Come on. Come on. Nice and easy. Easy does it. Man, that is a tricky thing to get down. I don't feel like taking suggestions. Like no suggestion can direct me away from the stance that you have to level grind your way through that. Like I am not, like I'm done also looking around the world searching for on a prayer for an area that the game designers deemed to be fitting for a starting equipment character. I'm done looking for that, because eventually in all directions you find BS garbage that I don't have the patience for grinding through. Like when I find a toxic swamp, there's a gargantually overpowered named boss in there at the bank, even though the other enemies are supposedly just fine. And that's the story for all of this. Like, it's just a mishmash of low and high level enemies everywhere. Like, I am not doing it. Like, I'm gonna have to level grind my way up to a 50, 50, 50, 60 character, and that's that. I'm not, like, no, I'm not taking, like, directions into where to go. I'm, no. Like, it is, like, the moment I need to take, like, suggestion directions on where to do and go in this game, I might as well just turn it off. Alright. Let's go grab this. Alright, how long have we done here? 1 hour 43, almost 2 hours. I mean, like, advancing through challenges or pursue other upgrades, like, there is no direction that would tell me where I need specifically to find smithing stone tools. I would need to start googling the exact spot on which enemies they drop from, then go through the rigmarole of trying to fully research where exactly that place is, how to get there, and it's just stressful and annoying to read through very vague and unhelpful wiki so-and-so directions on where that stuff is, and I just don't care. Like, what I need to do is do what obviously is the only way to play this game, is to level grind your way into a fully grown character of max level and then tackle the bullshit that it throws you. I don't care. Leveling makes a substantial difference when you get into a 50-50 strength and dex guy, that it gets you a tiny bit of attack power ability to push through the bullshit gatekeeper bosses so you can finally get the upgrade materials you need. So that's my only hope here, and there's nothing else to be done. Cool. I think we're good here. So yeah, as Iron Imp demonstrated, this is the way to get runes, and that's the only way to progress in the game. So, get here, get the ball, drop the ball, look at the ball when it goes. 2, 3, 4, 2 with the golden scarab. And with that, I'll need to get to... That adds up to... Give me a second. I'm gonna need... 50 minus 16 is 34, plus 25, plus 4, 600, that's 104. I need to grind this character into level, I think, 164. That would give me a vigor of 60, endurance 50, strength 50, dex 50. And then we can play the game. Fun. Cool. Awesome. Alright, well, if I continue streaming or recording my exploits in this once I get to actually play the game, we'll see how it is. But until then, I'll be doing that grind for the next couple of 100 hours, so fun. I guess there's nothing else to be done then. Game sucks. We can. I feel like I can very definitively call it that to be the case by this point. And I hate it so bad. Well. With that said, I guess we're good here, and I can just call it a day. It's 5 AM anyway for me. I wouldn't expect more videos or streams of this too soon, because I need to get to level 164 to continue, 167 to continue the game, because fuck. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that my raging is worth sitting through. I'm done. I'm done trying to hit my face against these people with underpowered equipment, and I just can't find anything better, so what you gonna do? But yeah, have a good one, and see you in the next thing that I do, hopefully one day. And I hope all goes good, and bye-bye.